3 things you need to know if you're about to apply for your temporary graduate 485 visa. First of all, there's 2 streams. There's the post-study work stream and the graduate work stream. Depending on what course you study, you'll be able to pick which stream you can apply for. Now, make sure you don't pick the wrong stream because it can be a huge difference in your length of visa grant. Second of all, to be eligible, you must meet the Australian study requirement. Now, the strict definition of that is studying a CRI-COS course for 92 weeks over a minimum of 16 calendar months. And last of all, this is what you need at the time of application. Your letter of completion, a valid English test which meets the minimum requirements, and a full disclosure Australian Federal Police check. 3 things you need to know if you want to make an expression of interest to be invited for a visa here in Australia. Now, this applies to the 189 visa, the 190 visa, and the 491. I won't talk about the 188 because there's no allocation for that this financial year. So first of all, you must have a valid skills assessment in an eligible occupation. That will determine which visa subclass that you can apply for. Second of all, you must meet the minimum English requirements. This is competent English, which is equivalent to 6 each in IELTS. This may change depending on your occupation. There may be English requirements for your skills assessment. And last of all, lodging an expression of interest does not guarantee an invitation. You'll look online and you'll think, oh, I'm eligible, I can get an invitation. But this is where the strategy plays a big part. There's certain visa subclasses and different states that you can apply to, which will increase your chances of getting an invitation. A migration conference happening right now and they're discussing a lot about the new visas. So this is the information we got so far, but please note that this could still change. So they're new visas and they could last for a total of 4 years. They should take effect in late 2024, but who knows? Apparently there's going to be more flexibilities for the employees. As you know, currently with a 482 visa, you're kind of locked in with that employer, but not for this one. And with the 482, you could only apply for the employer if you work for the same employer for 2 out of the last 3 years. But apparently for this visa, any employment period counts towards your PR. And there's 3 streams: essential skills pathway, the core skills pathway, and the specialist skills pathway. So this visa sounds like you still need support from an employer, but it's not quite as loaded as a 482 or 106 visa, where the employer has to provide a lot of documents and they have to fork out a lot of money for the application as well. Okay guys, so here are some updates about the student visa program in Australia. As it was previously announced, there's going to be a big overhaul of how student visa applications are assessed. So previously when applicants applied for a student visa to Australia, they had to write a genuine temporary entrance statement. This statement would explain how they intend to come to Australia temporarily, study the course, and then go back home. And they've become really strict over the last few months. We've seen a lot of student visa refusals. Now, instead of a statement, they're going to be asking questions. So just below me here are the intended questions. And applicants will need to complete an extra student visa declaration. These measures are put in place to maintain the integrity of the Australian education system and to ensure that there are quality international students coming to Australia.